All right, folks, welcome back to Notre Dame Prep. We are bringing you some live coverage of tonight's home wrestling meet between, or really just comprised of, Notre Dame Prep, Lutheran Northwestern, Summit Academy, and Detroit Voyager. Tonight's second matchup is going to be Notre Dame Prep versus Lutheran Northwest. Leading us off in the 120. Leading us off is going to be Sergio Navarrete for the Irish. Set off. These two just locked onto each other in some hand fighting. As that shot by Sergio nearly lands no good. Gonna take some time, step back, and look for another. So another somewhat small team, which means there's probably going to be a decent amount. However, went out of bounds. So we will get a stop and a start. So Navarrete looking once again, looking for another takedown. No good is that one. Now goes for another shot. And defends well against that. So these two just sort of trading blows right now. No hits have landed. We'll see if they can change that as Navarrete goes for a shot, now in a bit of a dangerous position. Taken down, gonna need to circle around if he wants to get the takedown. Really trying. However, they will just sort of call it a day as they both stand up now. No points and out of bounds. So back up at neutral after Navarrete sort of saved by the whistle there in a bit of a predicament. They're back even now, and they will look to go at it again. Both go to the ground. Now back up top, just locked onto each other. So lots of hand fighting going on so far, under 30 seconds left. Nothing has landed yet for Sergio and the Irish. We saw him throw a couple shots early, been kind of quiet now as he goes for another one, no good. Now down onto the ground. Navarrete, gotta get around. Does not, down to 5 seconds. Still no points. And that takes us to the end of the first. So now into the second period, 0-0, just been really back and forth. So the Irish going to go down, risking the pin for an escape point. We'll see how that works out for them. We're off in the second period. Navarrete already in some trouble. But now building up a strong base, standing up. Navarrete getting out and an escape there. So first points on the board for the match. Navarrete with some momentum on his side. These two just battling right now. Quarter of the way through this second period. Both just locking into each other now. They delatch and gonna go back to hand fighting. That shot taken by Lutheran North. Navarrete gonna try to defend. Getting up, no points there, so no escape will be awarded. So Navarrete just sort of getting now breaking out of it. He still holds the lead 1-0. Down halfway through the second frame. Apologies, something happened on the other mat. Lutheran North did get a takedown. Looks like a player from Summit just up and left. Navarrete twisting himself to avoid the pin here, trailing by 2. Short time. Navarrete pretty in control of his body, but now rolled onto his back. However, he does avoid that by flipping over. His opponent just sort of jamming his head in. Short time here. That takes us to the end of the second period. So it's just been back and forth all day. And we're off. Apologies for the interruption there, Navarrete. No points, but the escape awarded to Lutheran North. We'll try to line this clock up. Looks like we did. Go team. Oh, nope, I didn't start it. All right, so these two just locked in on each other. No points really being awarded. Sergio now in a little bit of trouble, getting rolled over onto his back. Doing a good job of adjusting himself. Takedown for Lutheran Northwest. Wrestler for the Crusaders in firm control right now. Navarrete just hasn't had a lot of time controlling this match, just trying to avoid getting rolled onto his back. His defense has been fantastic. It's down under 30 seconds now. Navarrete just been playing defense this whole time, trying to avoid the pin. Barring some sort of crazy turnaround, he will drop this one. But he's been doing a great job of playing defense to try and avoid the pin. But now these two trying to force a rollover are the Crusaders. Navarrete doing a good job defending, and that takes us to the end. So a good match by both wrestlers. Navarrete playing defense for most of it. Drops that 1-1-7. But a really good match between both wrestlers there. Hopefully a sign of what we're going to get later on. So now AJ Habo for the Irish. Square away at the 126. Weight class looks like a default from Lutheran Northwestern. So they won that first match 3, gaining themselves 3 points, winning by just less than 8. They won that one by... Apologies, that will not be a default. So yeah, here at the 126 weight class, Irish trail 0-3 right now. And we're off. AJ Habo battling here in the 126 division. Irish trailing by 3 team points. Won their first match in a commanding fashion. As Habo is going to battle here. Lots of hand fighting. Very physical match so far. Just battling here. AJ looking for a takedown. Doesn't get that one. Now down onto the ground again. Got to circle around, get behind his opponent for the takedown, which he does. Down under a minute now. Lutheran Northwestern looking for an escape here. Doesn't look like they're getting one. AJ Havo latching on, not allowing anything. Almost rolls his opponent onto his back. Now with firm control, that's 2 back points for Habo, leading 5-0 now. 30 seconds left. Gonna try to roll his opponent over. These two just locked onto each other, Habo, and sort of like a full Nelson. Now rolls his opponent onto his back, gonna try to go for the pin. His opponent contorting on his way out of it, short time, and the pin, another buzzer beater for the Irish. Great pin there from AJ Habo. In the dying seconds of the first, to take that one for the Irish. So now wrestling for the Irish, Mark Valentine. Another sophomore. Again, the rare occasion where a varsity team has more underclassmen than upperclassmen. The Irish, 6 seniors, 1 junior, the rest of the team made up of sophomores and freshmen. Or at least the starting lineup, I should say. So it's like Mark Valentine up next. At the 132, Irish lead in total 6-3 thanks to that takedown. So the sophomore getting set to battle for the Irish. So if there's sort of like a misfire there, we're off. Valentine very shifty, very agile, trying to work his way around and find an opening here. Going for that shot, bringing his opponent to the ground. Now behind him, gets that takedown. Off to a blistering start here is the sophomore. So has control of that, holding on to that right ankle of his opponent. Gonna try to roll him over. And point awarded to Lutheran Northwest as Dante Nowicki did lock hands there, something you are not allowed to do. He will stay in the up position, but now escape and a reversal. That's 2 points. We're locked in at 3-3. Valentine, I can only imagine how uncomfortable this position is. Opponent working around it, but Valentine getting his shoulders free so he can stand up and get an escape. However, his opponent just pretzeling Valentine right now. We need to build that base up so he can stand. Now doing so, but again, that his opponent using his legs to lock out the legs of Valentine. And Valentine back onto his stomach. And he's on his stomach, so no danger of a pin here as we're down to under 30 seconds. But these two just sort of working around each other right now. Still no action after 15 seconds, 15 left. Valentine just gonna try, he's looking for an opening to build that base up and try to stand up. Nothing right now as we're down into the dying seconds of the first. And that takes us to the end of the first. So selecting the neutral position is Valentine. Got a takedown in the first period and then was reversed onto it. So looking to attempt something similar here. His opponent much more reactionary now as he goes for that shot. Now shot taken by the Crusader, holding on to the leg of Mark Valentine.
Gets the takedown.
Valentine in some trouble. But again, his opponent just not being able to roll Valentine over. So sort of stuck at a standstill as they go out of bounds. So Valentine going to be in the down position since he was taken down prior to the stoppage. So Valentine just sort of biding his time. He doesn't need to go for anything crazy right now, as his opponent just really maintaining control. Just going to try to build that base up. His right arm is locked off, so not able to stand up with all four limbs. His opponent now getting close to rolling Valentine over. Valentine using his legs to try to keep himself off his back. Still just rolling his way out of it. Now onto his back. Looking like a pin is imminent. However, Valentine doing a good job, rolls back over onto his stomach under 30.
That is 4 back points for Lutheran Northwest.
So 15-point deficit needed for a tech fall. Valentine here trying to avoid getting rolled over, and the pin. So Valentine played some great defense the whole match. Unfortunately, was taken down there. It's now 6-9 in favor of the Crusaders. But again, a lot of voids on their roster, giving the Irish some free-ish points.
Hey, everybody up!
Up next, we have the senior Matthew Vogel. Won his previous match. So just checking in with the referee. In at the 138 weight division. As Vogel will try to pull out some more good wrestling on senior night. Vogel locking in here. Just shifting arms here. Looking to get that wrist control, go for a shot. Swinging the arm around. Vogel now gets the shot, lands that on the leg. Gonna go for a trip takedown. He gets the takedown. Throws his opponent down, now looking for the pin. Just gotta roll him over here. Vogel, super close. Moving over, getting some back points. Opponent rolling back over, that's 2 back points for Vogel. Who now just controlling back on top. Gonna look to roll him over once more. Opponent went for sort of a slide escape. Vogel just controlling once again. Opponent has a strong base. Vogel did a good job pushing to break that down. These two just sort of locked in a stalemate right now. Vogel leads at 5-0. Matthew Vogel now going to look to roll him over. Has control of a couple limbs. Does get the rollover. Now put it onto his back. Looking for a pin. Lots of hand fighting going on. Vogel just going to try to use his body weight to push his opponent over. Getting close. Down to under about 5 seconds left. Vogel looking for a last-second pin. And just running out of time was Vogel. However, did nab himself 4 back points. So he's going to start with a bit of an advantage, but the shoulder strap coming undone there. Earlier on in his career, Vogel did suffer a pretty gnarly shoulder dislocation, so wears that shoulder brace. Vogel selecting the down position here. Going to look for an escape. Vogel looking to stand up. Got to break that grip on him right now. Turns around and gets the escape. Now rolling his opponent over onto his stomach. That's 3 points for the takedown. Vogel needs 2 more points for a tech fall. Battling here. Got a good grip on his opponent. And he's going to look to roll him over. We're only halfway through this, or a quarter of the way through. Vogel now in a little bit of trouble. Gonna need to avoid his right leg in a clamp right now, so gonna try to avoid that. Headgear is off. He's just controlling right now. Vogel did a good job escaping there.
Slippery's now up to 2 points.
I believe he's up 15 now, so that should be a tech fall. Maybe not. Vogel, 40 seconds left. In firm control right now. Vogel getting out of that chokehold there. Just looking to try to get something under 30 seconds. Now Vogel getting put onto his back. Gonna try to avoid a takedown here in the dying seconds. He does. And that takes us to the end of the second. Although it is 15, so this should be a tech fall. That's a good match for Matthew Vogel. He had 15 for a little bit there. Gonna get the correspondence from our scorekeepers here. So this is going to be point correction here. We'll adjust accordingly. Or... So 14-1 is the score? Okay. Regardless, end of the third period, Vogel needs 2 points for the tech fall. So just going to need to try to stave off a takedown from his opponent. Vogel just battling low here.
Keep the leg. Keep the leg. Come on.
Vogel just looking to flip his opponent over, see if he can get some back points here. Really locked in on him right now.
Keep the leg. Extend hard.
And the tech. So good match from Matthew Vogel. He goes 2-0 on the day. Again, we're going to try to get a word from all the seniors here tonight after the meet is over. So good win there for Matthew Vogel. So the Irish now lead it 11-9. Up now we got Harrison Tarantino. Apologies, almost misspoke. I believe here at the 144. So that's Harrison Tarantino here, the 144. And that is defaulted. So adding on to the lead now. 17-9 is the team points total. Up next, we got Brady Seifert at the 150. And that one defaulted as well. So up next, we got the senior Nick Creek. So Creek will get an opponent for this one on senior night. Really the fan favorite of that student section here. We'll see what he can do. Wrestling at the 157. And we're off. Creek immediately getting into some offensive position. Again, height and wingspan disadvantage to Creek, but in terms of size and muscle mass, Creek takes that one as he gets the takedown. Last time Creek was on the channel, he had 2 miraculous turnaround wins. So Creek now handling. Rolling his opponent over onto the back, gonna look for the pin. Hard fighting here. Just about a minute left. Creek has been in full control. Trying to roll the opponent over, get both of those shoulder blades onto the mat, awarding himself a pin and the win, and he gets it. And the NDP student section rejoices as Nick Creek nets himself a pin there. Adding on to the Irish lead, they now lead by 20. So up now, Blake Whitten. From what I heard from him, he's having a double void, so he will not face anyone right now. However, it's still senior night, so would want to shout him out. So Blake Whitten with the double void, he is the reigning, or was, player of the game. You saw him on the channel earlier this year, as now we are up towards the tail end. David Lanfear in the 175. Or apologies, don't think that's me, David Lanfear. I believe that's going to be Max Mermel, as it will be a default. So Max Bermel. Heading in, this will be a default, or default. He's adding on to the point. So after it looked like it was going to be a close one, early on, a couple defaults, giving the Irish plenty of breathing room. They lead it 41-9 as Lucas Bigelow checks in for the second time today. So Lucas Bigelow here at the 190. Lucas Bigelow set to battle here. Lots of hand fighting already. Lucas Bigelow goes low. These two just hand fighting as Bigelow does get a takedown there. Rolling his opponent over.
Gonna look for the pin.
Oh, wow. Quite the view. Lucas Bigelow looking to get the pin here, rolling his opponent over.
And that's 2 back points for Bigelow, up 5-0 now.
Not sure what that position's called, but he's doing a good job controlling. He now rolls his opponent. Now Bigelow in a little bit of trouble, but turning himself over, avoiding a pin there. Forgot to start the clock, so we will start it now. So Lucas Bigelow battling here at the 190, up 5-0. Looking to try to get some good positioning with that arm and roll his opponent over. That one does not go. Gonna reevaluate, try to find an opportunity. So now, the Crusaders getting a little bit of momentum here as Bigelow now onto his back. So that's the reversal, 2 points for Lutheran Northwest. Lucas Bigelow going to try to escape here. Gets taken back down. So after a dominant opening, and now we're in the dying seconds as Lucas Bigelow starting to falter a little bit. Down under 10 seconds. Bigelow looking to get himself out of it. Unsuccessful. Now has his opponent onto his back, but escaping. The reversal just before the buzzer. And we will go into the second round. Lucas Bigelow leading it 7-2. Bigelow selecting the down position. He got the reversal earlier, so looking like he's going to try to do something similar. Something that confuses me is why a reversal is only worth 2 if a takedown is worth 3. Now Lucas Bigelow.
Oh, but whistled down. So locked hand penalty on Lutheran Northwestern. Bigelow will go back to the down position. And they will re-engage. Bigelow looking to get a reversal here. Oh my goodness, what a move by Lucas Bigelow. Working on it, looking to get a pin now. Opponent onto his back. Bigelow just trying to roll him over here. Getting closer. Opponent now onto his shoulder blades and the pin. Great match from Lucas Bigelow, our second to last wrestler. Takes that one with a pin. 47-9 is now the team score. So Troy Yuan Bengisu, the last senior of the night, set to battle away here at the 215 division. That being said, I'm Augie Villowan. This is going to be our last wrestler of the night for Notre Dame Prep.
So make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. We just hit 100 subscribers. So any extra help is appreciated. Whatever weight class that just was, Irish don't have a wrestler in. So Troy Yuan Bengisu wrestling up a division at the 285. They void that 215. And Troy Yuan Bengisu, the senior, a little bit of an early start on that. Troy, very strong and stocky. Not the tallest guy, but he has a lot of muscle on him. Very agile with it. Laser focused. Looking for the throwdown there. Now does get the leg control. He's going to try to lift his opponent up and get the trip takedown. Troy just trying to get that leg, just trying to kick his opponent's leg out. Keeps going for it, now takes his opponent down. Has his opponent on his back, looking for the pin. So our last wrestler of the night, Troy Yuan Bengisu, gets the pin, and the Irish will take this match. Looks like it will be 53-15. As always, I'm Augie Villawan. Thank you so much. One more. Oh, you're right. So we started at the 113. We do have the 106. Thank you very much. So Hakeem El Amin will wrestle here. Does he have someone to go against? Looks like it is a void.